Hey, it's Sarita Sanchez from Barbon's Barbershop in Austin, Texas. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon, and this is Tony. Tony's going to be our model today. Tony, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Today we're going to be doing, so Tony, we're going to do the usual, right?
Yep.
Do you want to do 1 to 1/2 on the side?
1 to 1/2, short, hard
Okay.
parts, little length off the top, and then.
So it's been what, like 4 weeks or so?
Yeah, it's been a
Four,
little
no, it's
too
been a
long.
little. I think it's been closer to like 6 weeks. So
Yeah.
we'll do a little more than a 1/2 inch
I've
off
been
the
traveling
top.
for work, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been neglected. And then on beard, I want to leave the length in the front, and then up on the sides.
Taper it up a little bit, blend it into the side.
Yep. So just shape
Okay.
like we normally shape it.
Okay, no problem. And then obviously just clean up your lines a little bit.
Yep.
So you do want to keep this length up in front, right?
Yeah,
just
we'll go with
tidy
the
it.
winter beard.
Okay, all right. And then the sides, I can taper it in kind of tight, like and kind of low
Yep.
down like I normally do, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Tony, sounds good. Got a little water with some Ruzol tonic in it. Kind of refresh the hair a little bit. I like to put that in because not only does it smell good, but it also kind of helps, break down any product if you have product in there, and just kind of refresh the hair. Makes it a little easier to cut. So Tony's only been out for about 6 weeks, so we're doing a little bit more than a 1/2 inch off the top. He likes to kind of keep it long enough that he can still pump it up a little bit in the front, and long enough that it still lays over. So that is what we shall be doing.
I have a standard East Austin hipster haircut.
Yeah, but you rock it very well, my friend. So just a little gentle scissor work off the top. All right, now for the fade. Tony likes it kind of high and tight.
Yep.
His hair grows really fast. So I'm gonna take my beautiful wall clippers. My 1919 is my favorite. Normally with the fade, especially the really tight fades, I always like to fade down. So I always start here in the ridge and then fade it out. Everybody has their own way of fading. This has always worked for me. It helps me control it a little bit better. And then usually I'll do the top first, fade up the sides, and then I'll do clipper over comb, and I just blend everything else in from the fade. And I also like to make sure that the lines are super straight on the part when I fade it out, because I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm a little bit anal, but I like to have everything nice and neat so I can fade it more evenly. Oh, and this is one closed. I'll go with my 1/2 closed, just fade a little bit below it. This is just my method to the madness, especially because we stay very busy, so you kind of have to have your process, what works for you, so that you can still get a super clean fade, but also it doesn't take you, 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm always in the zone, so not much of a talker usually when I cut. I think my clients, you know that about me, right, Tony? I'm not much of a talker.
That's why we're a good fit.
This is probably the most you've ever heard me talk during a haircut.
I'm not much of a talker either.
No. But I figure, your clients, most of the time they're in between work and meetings, and they need a good 1/2 hour, 40 minutes to just clear their mind and just zone out. So I allow them to do that. just knock everything else out at the end. You know, generally I do that, and then I go in, if they want like a skin fade to like a 0, then I'll go down to 0 and then just knock all the rest of it out. Or if they want like a razor fade, like a straight razor fade, I just leave the hair and I just like knock it all off with a blade at the end. And because he's going from like a 1 to a half, you're not going to see much of a gradient on his haircut. He just likes it nice and tight. Not like you would obviously with a skin fade or a razor fade, but just a nice, short, clean haircut for Tony. The bottom I always fade it out to a 0, even just a low 0, just because we all know it grows out better that way. I personally think that, you know, all haircuts should be tapered, but that's just me, maybe because it just, like, to my eye, I think it just looks tidy and neat. But it also, you know, makes sense. Your clients want their haircut to last longer. They don't want to have to come in for a cleanup in between their haircut to get their neck shaped. So tapering it is, I think, you know, just makes sense. Tony, you want it short all the way to the part, or do you want a little bit of a ledge there?
No, let's go all the way to the part.
Okay. So in this case, I'll just take it nice and tight all the way out. Generally, what I do is, you know, get the whole haircut done, but I absolutely believe that the haircut's not done until after you shampoo it. Shampoo it and you blow dry it. Throw some Rusal tonic, gold tonic in there, and then you'll see that there still needs some tune-ups to be done. Just kind of hit the ends where the hair like combs over and it bunches up. Sometimes it can get really heavy. So a little texturizing always helps. I feel like picks for me work really well for combing out beards, especially really tight knotted ones. So I'm going in with a 1/4 inch guard, and I'm just going to go straight down here on the side, because I already know what kind of the length he wants. Generally, you would obviously ask your clients if they even want it tapered. Some guys don't want it blended; they want it full all the way around. Tony's beard just like lays better when we taper it down kind of low. We'll take out a 1.5 guard. Just work from that line. It's open right now. Work 1.5 up and just close it little by little. The mustache on him, I do 1/8 of an inch. I'll do 1 with the grain. Sorry, Tony. It's a tickly part. Tony likes all this like just bald. So what I do is go with a foil shaver and kind of just totally clean it out right there. But Tony, like I already know his beard really well, so I can move through it fairly quickly. And he maintains it pretty well. We get a lot of beards, especially here in East Austin. Man, I think like at least 75% of our clients have beards. All right. Followed up with a nice toallita, nice little hot towel. Is that okay, bud?
Yep.
A little vanishing cream. I'm just finger drying his hair. So we're gonna put a hard part in for Tony just because he likes it. Keeps his haircut looking a little bit more fresh. Tilt this way.
Take a look right here. One second.
I don't know why I do this, but I feel like I've always done this. I take the straight razor. So do me a favor, Tony, put your head back. Is that comfortable for you, or is that too high, too low?
That's good.
It's not too hot, right?
That's fine.
Sometimes I'll go in with my clippers too, with no guard, just 0. And then I go back in and some people don't do well with the coil shaver, they break out. So I always make sure to ask them first. Of course, some of my clients like a straight razor detail where I hit it with a straight razor on the line to make it look really crispy. Tony does not prefer that. He likes it to look a little bit more natural. So that is why I'm not doing that, in case you're wondering. And then, of course, at the end, I always make sure to put that aftershave on the neck. Last thing you want is them to break out. Ready? Speak us. You okay? Some beard balm. Beard oils are really nice too. It just kind of depends on what your client needs. Like for him, he needs a little bit more control in it. So the beard balms tend to be a little bit denser, kind of like a chapstick texture.
We'll do oil in the evening before bed and then balm in the morning.
Exactly. So. We call this the robot hand. All right, Yamab. Thanks again, Tony. It's always good to see you, my friend.
Well, fellas, this is goodbye. Possibly, perhaps. not really going to show up on this channel anymore. I'm over on Beardbrand Alliance. That's where all of our grooming and self-improvement videos are going. If you dig those videos, head on over there. Otherwise, just stick around and watch more barbershop videos.